We could tell a couple stories. You got any cool you got strange stories from the woods?
Oh, I saw Stickman.
Stickman?
I saw Stickman.
Where at?
Me, my friend S, and my friend J.
Yeah, you don't have to say names. You won't name names. He named names.
My friend S and my friend J.
Where'd you see it?
We came back from our friend A's house.
Yeah. Did you really though?
Yes.
You saw something funny?
We saw Stickman.
Stickman.
I'd say like 14 feet high.
Yeah.
The street light on top.
Yeah.
Where it hangs over is probably like, I'd say like 3 to 5 feet away from that, and it was hunched over.
Yeah.
Shoulder was down. My friend Jay saw it and pointed at it. And both of us, me and my friend S, were walking.
Yeah.
He came up to us. He was coming from the community hall. He saw us. And he was like, whoa, what is that? We turned around. And that thing is like the same time we saw it, it saw us at the same time. Because you see it was moving, but it stopped. It's like the classic Bigfoot walk.
Yeah.
How it's swinging its arms and it looks over. It was just like that. It looked at us, but it stopped. It stopped right in the middle of the road. And there's 2 streetlights. They're kind of far because one street light is out in the middle, in between them.
Yeah.
And is walking past that dark patch. So there's couldn't see no features or nothing. Just this tall silhouette.
Yeah.
Tall. Hunched over, it was way up there.
No eyes or nothing you see.
Can't see anything. Can't
sure
see
it wasn't a shadow? It was
because
shadow people?
No.
They're just shadow
Because
people.
there's 2 forms of light in front of it and behind it. So it's
okay.
just the silhouette walking in between the lights in the dark spot. So you can't see even skin tone, just all black.
Oh man.
Looked at us and we saw it and stopped for like good 7 seconds staring at it.
Uh-huh.
Looked back at my friends and I was like, Slender Man. they looked at me, everyone had their eyes open. We're like, what the heck is that? And looked back and you just see it's like either its arm or its leg going off back into the side, back into the woods.
Yeah.
And I always thought about that walking home late at night in the dark.
They're still here.
Looked around.
Ooh, that would be trippy.
Wouldn't even be able to see it that skinny, but just standing in the trees behind the light a little bit.
And his arms were long arms.
All of its limbs were the same width.
Oh, really?
Its legs were probably about that big. Its legs, its arms, its body, its head.
Ooh.
All of it was. That's why I said Stickman.
Stickman.
I think downstates they talk about stick people.
Oh, yeah?
Stick people, really skinny beings or something like that. Indians downstates.
Oh, like the skinwalker people?
No,
Or
kind of. I think they're
Or they
Oh,
just
no.
have their own thing? Wendigo.
almost like a Yellowstone-ish. I think around Yellowstone they have like wooden statues of like stick people, they called them.
Well, you better watch out. You better put on the armor of
watch
God. Better watch out. There's stickmen walking around.
Stickmen.
I've never seen anything like that. I don't know about
I saw a UFO.
your shared delusions.
I saw a UFO.
Shared delusions. I just joking.
Shared delusions.
You saw a
It's the
UFO?
work of the devil.
Where around here?
Yeah.
Where at?
Over by
Sure wasn't Chinese lantern?
no. Like the full shebang. Red light on top and green and blue light right in front of each other going.
Spinning?
Yeah. Go around the corner, disappear, comes back around the other corner.
Yeah.
Over and over and over.
Was it quiet?
But it was really fast. I just saw it go up and take off. Where I think it was landed, maybe like by Grass Lake right up there, right up the road.
Landed at Grass Lake. Oh, that'd be
Or either hovering up at Grass Lake because it was low. I couldn't see it. It went up and then
This went fast.
yeah, super fast. Can't hear nothing.
No, it defied the laws of physics as we know it.
No, I didn't. It wasn't like
it just was.
not like a. No, I didn't see none of that. I just saw it go up and then away, up, straight up, and then horizontal.
Okay. See, I think them's are demons.
Them's demons.
And they're tricking our eyeballs somehow. In the back of our eyeballs.
they're like, you know, what'll make him fall.
Make him freak out. They're just trying to freak us out.
It's just
one thing.
Like a little red light with blue and orange, blue and green lights going around.
The only weird thing that ever happened to me was we went hiking up the mountain. We went up Sharp Rock, and there's the first part. It was like it was a swamp. So we had rubber boots, me and my dad, and we walked through the swamp with our rubber boots, and we put on our tennis shoes, and then my dad put our rubber boots up on a branch on a tree bough, on a spruce bough, big spruce bough. Like he had to reach up to put it there. It wasn't just right like my height, because I was about yay tall. You know, I wasn't very tall. I even have a picture of me up at Sharp Rock. I remember baggy pants. But anyways, he put it up there. We hiked up there. I remember he even left his walking stick like at the very top of Sharp Rock. I'm pretty sure it was Sharp Rock. And then we came back down, and one side of his boots was missing, and one side of my boots was missing. And we looked all over the place for tracks, and there was those little orange berries that sit up high, and they weren't disturbed all the way around that. And it was just like one side of each of our boots was missing. And that was like the only weird thing that ever happened to me.
Maybe he got different size feet.
My little boot and then my dad's big boot, you know.
Hey.
And then we had to walk through the swamp. We had to walk through the swamp in our tennis shoes. Well, I guess I could have put his big boot on one side and one side of there, but we just walked through the swamp with our shoes on. And then right after the swamp was ended, there was a porcupine. All of a sudden, hey, my dad saw a porcupine. Oh, look, porcupine! You know, and it went up the tree.
It was the porcupine.
See, it could have been like a marten or something.
Oh yeah,
around. Took a one side, but why would they take? You know, why would it?
Yeah.
They.
Why would they?
The
Martin people. The Martin people.
Martin people hanging around, skinny little Martin people.
Sick.
But but then we're right through the swamp, and then the porcupine was there, and we didn't have a gun. Like, I don't know why we didn't take a gun. Maybe my dad had a pistol or something, but we had a porcupine that went up there. We needed 22, so my dad stuck a stick in the ground and put his jacket on it to keep the porcupine stayed in the tree, because it thinks it's down there. It's like a
keep it up there.
Yeah, keep it up in the tree, and then we
scarecrow.
Yeah, scarecrow to keep it in the tree though.
Porcupine.
And then we walked back to Taitroe, and this was like the last time my Grandma Lynn, Grandma Mary, maybe even Auntie Judy is up there, you know, and this is like one of the last times we stayed up Taitroe, and then we went back to Taitroe, and then I came back with my mom in a 22, and I shot it out of the tree. And oh man, my mom was trying to hit it with that stick, you know, to hit it in the head to kill it. And she's over there apologizing. They were gonna use her quills, you know, just like it kind of freaked me out. You know? Yeah. She finally got it good in the head, and then she killed it. And man, I just remember it was heavy. We're walking back to camp with that porcupine, and it was just heavy. I gotta take a break, and we might even still have quills from that trip. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
I remember Sonny tricked us. He was peeling off birch bark. We're gonna make a telephone. We're making telephone pole. We're all little kids doing. I make telephone. What are you doing? Because he's stripping one of the things of the birch bark to make birch bark basket or something. Because there's not a lot of birch around here. I heard the birch burned from like Chalkitsik for Yukon area or something up this way, and like all the birch got burned when the land was new.
When it was flat.
When you could see Big Lake from here. Because like these are all new trees, and that's weird too. Where's all the old trees? They all burned.
All the elders watched these trees grow.
Yeah,
they all burned. Real old tree. Yggdrasil. The tree of life.
So this was this is all new growth
Yeah.
around here. So I wonder what happened to the old growth. Maybe trees didn't migrate up this way yet.
Yeah, they're still coming.
The pollen slowly brought it up this way. And like it was all just willows, like Noviksik. I went to Noviksik, no trees, just willows. Just windy. Howling wind. But yeah, that was my only story that anything weird has ever happened, I don't think. But I thought I see shadows out of the corner of my eyes, you know. But then it could just be my eyes like playing tricks on me too.
Yeah, I think that kind of happened to me before too. Me and my nephew Carl saw someone walking across old airport. You could see them going in front of the cemetery, and then didn't come out on the road. I'm thinking maybe they went around. They went around, but I didn't see no lights.
This could be somebody just being weird too, because some
Being
people are
weird.
weird too. You know, they don't want to. If they see
People
you all,
are just odd sometimes.
I'll walk this way. I won't. I don't want to talk to them right now.
I don't want big 4-wheeler lights shine on me while I walk.
But since like people with schizophrenia exist, right, where their brain tells their eyes they're seeing things.
Mm-hmm.
So since that's like a fact now or whatever, so I'm guessing I guess little bits of that like leach in, like your brain's like you see something out of the corner of your eyes. Or what I think too is like the graveyard, right? You got a cross, and that kind of looks like a person, you know. So maybe all this some of these shadow people are just like when you're driving your snow machine, and the cross is right here, and you're driving past it, you know, the light's refracting over this way and it's moving, So that's why I think people like see supposed ghosts in graveyards. It's just they're seeing shadows from whatever they're driving. The ambient light from the snow machine headlight it's going opposite of you too, your shadow.
Yeah.
So it's hitting across.
Looks like it's moving the other way.
Yeah, but I hear there's some people that seen shadows or something too. But not me.
My dad was in I forget where, St. Mary's.
Yeah, St. Mary's.
And he said I think he was staying at the school there. And I think they said the school was haunted there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he woke up and he said he heard kids playing, and he was like, "Oh, it's weird for kids to be out here playing at the playground this late at night." And he went out there and looked, and he said he just saw the swings.
Oh no!
Going
swinging.
Yeah.
Oh geez.
Swings were swinging. He said there's no wind. He said there's no kids. He couldn't hear no kids anymore. It's weird.
They say that up here too. They hear stuff in the school. Huh? You just got that's why you got to be prayed up all the time. There's something going on.
They used
in the
to
school.
have didn't they used to have the pastor walk around the fire line?
Bless
The whole place.
I don't know. I know he bless houses before people move in there, especially if it's not a new house.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to know about it. I want to know about it. I dream hard nowadays. I even start daydreaming, man. Daydreaming is no good. Like I'll wake up and I'll even daydream for like an hour and I'll act like I'm somewhere else. Like I'll think really hard of like some places I've been at. Like I should have done this while I was there. I gotta take myself out of it because I'm not working, and I'm not doing nothing really. And I was waking up at like 1 or 2 in the afternoon until today. I woke up a little early, but I'll daydream like heck. I'll just daydream for like an hour, 2 hours, something. And I go over things that I should have done differently. But I think that just leached over because I started dreaming a lot more too. Like I dreamed like my brother like landed an airplane. Okay, so this is what I dream about. We're like flying. I'm guessing like Fairbanks or something. I don't know. It seemed like a big city, but the airport was right there, and we're in an airplane, and there's no pilots. Like. No pilots, huh? Just gone.
Jumped out on you.
So my brother goes over there and he grabs the wheel, what was it called? The wheel of the airplane? The stick. Well, it's not a stick. Now it's like a handle.
Grab the
steering
handle.
wheel. And he like lands the plane, and then like right after he landed it, we got out. And I was like, don't say anything to the authorities without a lawyer, you know. And I'm telling them this, and then everywhere we went, man, just number one hero. Everyone just clapping, hey! And I was like, man, what is going on? And then something was weird. And then like in my dream, I went to sleep. And then I landed a plane up over there by like Lawrence's house, in like a weird corner way too. And I landed the plane. And then I was standing there outside the plane. It's like, how can I land right here? What the heck is going on? Like, and where did those pilots go that when my brother landed that plane? Man, what is going on?
It's getting you ready.
Right.
Maybe one day you'll be in a plane and there's no pilots.
The pilots have disappeared. Well, there's that.
Then you'll remember.
Was that a Left Behind movie where the pilots disappear because they got raptured? And then, well, I think because I was watched Call in the Wild, and that's about the movie from The Hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
That book, The Hatchet. If anybody watched The Hatchet, there's a book, The Hatchet, and they made a movie called A Cry in the Wild. And this kid Brian, has to crash land a plane.
Is that Brian's song?
Brian's song? I don't know.
From that same writer? Same author?
Yeah. The river.
Brian song, Hatchet.
Gary Paulson.
Gary Paulson, Gary Paulson.
They made the movie A Cry in the Wild, and he has to crash land the plane in the lake, and then he survives. All he has is a hatchet.
And he kills that elk goes in the lake, and he gets the elk inside of the lake.
I don't know.
And like the meat rots or something like that because he can't get the whole thing out of the water. Like he comes back the next day. He ate good for one day, and then he said the next day he'll get the rest of it. He came back the next day, and it's all bad in the water.
Is that in the book?
Yeah, it was on the book, I think.
I don't remember much about the book.
It might even not be that book. It might be a different book.
I know there's like 4 books. There's The Hatchet, and then there's the River, and
the other one's called Call of the Wild, right?
The Return of Brian or something like that. And like you said, Brian's song maybe. Call a Cry. No, the movie they made from The Hatchet is A Cry in the Wild.
Oh, okay.
And that's the one I never seen before. But I just got it, and I was watching that one, and he has to crash land the plane. It's kind of based on there. It's not exactly the book.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the Snow Walker, where he also has to crash land a plane in a lake. So I think because of these movies I'm watching where they crash land planes, I'm just thinking about it. Because in Galena, I learned how to fly. I took ground school. I finished ground school. I flew twice, takeoff and landing, without the instructor, touching the controls. I'm the one who landed, And since that dream and those movies, I'm like, man, I better brush up. I better brush up on just remembering how
Your
to
mind
land.
is just putting you in that situation.
Yes.
You're gonna have to fly one day.
I'm gonna have to do it.
You better remember.
Hey, the pilot's passed out, and I'll be like, I'm ready. I
You're
remember.
like me.
Trim.
I volunteer as tribute.
I'll just turn it. So you turn it, and then the pedals. I think the pedals go this way. Yeah, turns you this way.
The back rudder.
And then you line up, and then you'd be like, hey, who do you call? I guess you just air traffic control, Fairbanks. I need help. Pilot's passed out. I need to land the plane. Please help me.
Help me. I don't know what to do.
I kind of remember I flew when I was in Galena.
I did a little bit in high school.
Galena, Ontario Learning Academy.
They got a flying.
I finished ground school and I had like 2 hours on my flight log. I think I remember. Do I use the pedals now? And I turn, and then there's this thing you spin. I think that trims the wings, and then you just slow down on the gas or whatever.
The throttle.
The throttle. I don't even know what the terminology. I'm gonna land this plane.
I've watched the pilot fly so many times. I'm pretty sure
him?
I would think I would be able to do it.
Boots is passed out. You have to land the plane.
I'm like, Boots always does it like this.
He did it like this. Turn on the YouTube video. Here, I'll download YouTube videos before you head out.
Before I get on the plane. How to fly the Cessna.
How to land.
How to land a Cessna.
All you need to know is how to land, right? Because you're not going to be taking off.
Caravan.
Over here, you're floating. And then they'd have to stop all the other traffic because, we're dangerous once we're trying to land it. And then you just come
Everybody leave the airport.
Yeah. And then you got to invert the bird.
You gotta go upside down.
Upside down. You have to slow down. And then you land in Chino River. I had to ditch it off in Chino River, okay?
It's not my fault.
Oh, man, that's a thing. You might dream about it now. You might dream about landing airplanes.
I dreamt about getting ran over by an airplane.
Oh, no, yeah?
Yeah. I was like a mechanic or something, and I was underneath. The pilot started the engine, and he was like, hey, we have to go now. There's another plane coming in. I think there was a plane there, so it would have been too full. He said he has to leave, so he turned the engine on, and I had somebody by my feet since I was underneath.
Yeah.
I was underneath looking up, and there's somebody by my feet who's the middleman. I was like, hey, don't tell him to go yet. And that guy, all I heard, I saw his feet take a step back, and he said, you're good to go. And I was like, wait, what? I looked down at my feet, and man, I was about to start yelling. And then that big wheel started turning, and I was underneath. I had my arms up. I looked down, and I saw that giant wheel start turning, rolling towards me, and it just touched my chest. I felt my chest go down. I woke up, and I was like, oh, right in front of my dad. I looked over at him, and I was sweating. He looked at me. He was watching news or something in the morning. He said, hey, don't say that. He's like, I just got ran over by rights, man. And ever since that day forward, I'll never be an airplane mechanic.
I chose not to be one.
The fates showed me what will happen if I take that path.
I get run over by an airplane. That's a weird dream.
I like how that wheel felt though. Right when it touched right under my armpit, I puckered up hard. It was like solid 10 in the pucker factor.
The Twilight Zone.
Oh yeah. Twilight Zone.
Getting run over by airplanes.
Another dream I had, I went to a boarding school in the clouds.
What? In the clouds? Yeah. Oh, like The Giver?
We took off on the plane, and it just kept going up. I was like, man, we're going way up here. And then he started slowing down, and he like barely grabbed the edge of right on a cloud. I was like, well, this is weird. Walking around, looking around, just see clouds for a long time. The sun is always up. The cloud no windows. I remember there was not a single window in that whole place.
And there was teachers?
Yeah, there was teachers. Everything. It was like a Glitching Hogwarts in the sky.
In the sky, yeah. Jack the Beanstalk people.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Yeah, they're up there. Giant people in there.
The Nephilim. The Nephilim are up there.
They're hanging up there. The stars are angels. And the moving, and there's some like UFOs are demons.
They're going to get you. Stars are angels and UFOs are demons. Confirmed.
Yes, confirmed.com.
Because the stars are always watching you.
Yeah.
Wherever you go.
Huh. Yeah, that's a crazy dream.
It's like a big spotlight from way over there.
It's like the
looking right at you.
Like the Truman Show.
The Truman Show, yeah. It's all cameras.
Yeah,
all of them are cameras. Got to keep the light on because it's dark. It gets dark, so you got to turn that bright light on.
Those are all movies that I didn't
And then
watch.
when it's daytime, there's no lights you see because it's bright. It's bright. You don't need light.
You just turn it
and then nighttime, the light turn on.
Elon Musk wants to do it, right? They don't want any dead zones anymore. They're going to put up satellites so that
everywhere, the whole world is encapsulated in Wi-Fi.
They could track everybody at
each
once.
and every person.
And
then they can make little tiny drones with a ballpoint-sized piece of C4
like
and they fly right in your forehead.
Like Richie Rich.
Like
that little mosquito thing or whatever, fly.
There's that little one that they flew underneath that drug dealer's door.
Yeah.
They flew underneath the door.
Nowadays?
Inside his house, went inside his house and found which room he was in, went right up to his face and got a confirmation of he was inside the house. Then they raided the place.
Oh, the DEA?
Yeah.
Really?
Little tiny drone went underneath his door.
What?
Went underneath his door, searched the house, went into his bedroom, went right up to his face while he was sleeping. They got his face on the camera, confirmed it was him, then they sent everybody in and got him.
What the heck? That's cool.
Really weird.
I wish I could pull that up.
Be scary.
Do they have the actual video of it too on there?
Yeah. I watched the video of the drone. The drone go underneath.
We'll look it up next time.
Or maybe it was his windowsill.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he had the
Just
window
a little in
cracked.
there.
Flew
Yeah, I've
right
never seen
through.
it was a little drone. Huh?
Yeah,
Wow.
super tiny.
That's crazy. That's against the Fourth Amendment. I want to sue.
That's against
Or
many
not.
moral laws.
I'll zoom in on
Like,
everybody.
I'll fly into your house while you're sleeping and watch you.
Confirm you're sleeping.
Confirm you're sleeping and then raid your house.
Man, that's crazy though. I guess that's
Be like,
okay.
It'll be like back in the day. It's, hey, you can't shoot an officer. That's against the rules.
Yeah.
In war.
In war.
You can't shoot that officer. What's the matter with you?
Was that the rules?
Yeah, you can't. Civil War days, you can't
Oh.
shoot them. Can't shoot them. Or no, Revolutionary War, I think. Revolutionary War.
Like
You're
on,
not,
like on the Patriot.
they're like, no, you're not supposed to shoot officers.
Oh, that's what. The Patriot movie.
Bad juju.
Do you get that from the Patriot movie, where he was?
No,
like,
no,
he
no.
betrayed the officers
Studied that somewhere.
because they're-
During studying the Revolutionary War in school and stuff.
Oh.
They're like, yeah, you can't. They'll tell them not to shoot officers. So when you fight, you just shoot the people shooting at you.
You shoot the people in line.
You shoot the people shooting at you, not the person who's making them shoot at you.
That doesn't make sense to me. Blue coats, red coats. Patriot movie.
all coats matter.
Everything I know is just from the Patriot movie.
All coats matter.
With,
The all coats matter movement.
yeah, racist
Nice.
Melly Gibsons. Racist Melly Gibsons. Man, Melly Gibsons. His tapes are crazy. They got
Melly
the
Gibsons.
Mel Gibson tapes. Google Mel Gibson crazy tapes or something.
The Mel Gibson crazy tapes.
Man, he said some crazy stuff to his ex-wife on he left her messages, or she was recording it. Yeah, she who's that? Somebody's coming.
Somebody.
Or if they knock on the door. But yeah, that's pretty nuts. I don't know, but not shooting officers. Lieutenant Dan. Oh, hey, this is loaded. We should watch a little bit of this really quick. Huh?
Spider dog.
Let's watch that one little clip of it. Here we go. This is crazy. Check this out.
What the hell?
See, that's that dog. The spider costume on. We're gonna freak out these people.
That's messed up.
I would freak out too.
I
if
would
see
freak
that.
out. To be
Oh.
honest, I'm not one of those people who do that to. I'm gonna kick your dog really hard.
Probably pull out a gun and start shooting it. Here we go. Here we go.
That's messed up. That's messed up. Oh man, they're running for their life. Jeez. That's one heck of a setup. It's always, this is why I don't walk in secluded areas. It's inevitable for this stuff like this to happen. Just go, my guy. Just get out of there. Why would you investigate? It's bad. Why would you do such a thing?
It's just chasing him. That dog is just chasing him.
this moment, he's 110% sure that he's in a scary movie. That's
that
messed
great?
up.
Oh, that's so funny. I was laughing.
Spider dog.
My phone, one of my camera's phones died. It filled up too fast. iPhone 5 will do that. So some of this video might only see you sitting there.
Gotta get a 12. I'm telling you. Oh.
I think I might last maybe 10 minutes of my side of the video. So I should have just recorded both like this.